you've got to start off with a good water source for starters. You know, you're not going to win this with a water source that's got too high in minerals or lots of iron or manganese and things. It's going to impart a taste to it. So our water source is actually a really good source and it's a really good start. We get our water from the Pioneer River in Mackay, but it's actually most of the catchment is actually rainforest, the Youngalla rainforest around it. There's not so much travel time between it landing in the rainforest and it getting down and collecting in our weirs. So that's a good start. So we find most of the year the water quality is really, really good. In fact, you know, this time of year you can actually almost just put a bit of chlorine in the water and bypass the treatment plant. So that's the first thing. The next thing is obviously having a good treatment plant as well. So Marion Water Treatment Plant is it was built in 2011, 2012, or around about there. It was actually designed on the water quality in the river. It wasn't a off-the-shelf design, so there were certain aspects to water quality that they designed for, and what that meant was we actually are able to do a lot of sort of physical separations, and rather because of the clever design, rather than actually having to input a lot of chemicals and trying to fast track the process or shock the process with chemicals. So naturally, there's not a lot of chemical used in the treatment plant. Just a little bit of coagulant, just a little bit of polymer, just to back it up. But it is very, very low dose rates in comparison to others. So that's the second ingredient, and the third ingredient is just having a great team and people all pulling together. So and it's not just your treatment operator team. My water treatment team's a team of 44 people. About half of those are operators, but we also have process and chemical engineers. We've got our lab people who do all the testing. We've got a lot of people who do all the reporting and things like that. If everybody pulls together, it becomes a team effort. So, and I think you can see in the operators they really want to try and make a positive change for the better, and they want to try and optimize the plants and get the plants just right. And that's exactly what they've done. They've just got the plants so optimized, so we're minimizing the use of anything which adds to taste, and that's specifically chemicals or chlorine and things like that too. They've got it worked out nicely. So those are roughly the three things, and I think you just need a bit of luck on the day. So you know, we're not saying our water's any better quality than any other town, but at the end of the day, we knew it tasted good, and then on the day you've got a panel of people down in Dunkeld. It was the community came and tasted it. Over in Berkeley Springs in West Virginia, it was actually a panel of judges that tasted it. You've obviously just got to appeal to those people on the day, and we did. So yeah, that's probably the secret. But yeah, it's mostly a bit of luck, I think. Funnily enough, apart from the few naysayers, the whole community really got behind it, and actually really, I think a lot of the comments in the paper and things like that, for example, was, oh, we always knew it was good, so now it's just been recognised at that level. So, but I think in essence, that's the reason why we did it. We really wanted to try and just do something that was a good news story for treatment. And typically in water treatment, and I've worked in the treatment industry for nearly 20 years now, is the news stories are only when things go wrong. You know, it's when the plants don't work, or you're giving dirty water or coloured water, or making people sick, and that's when you hear about what water treatment does. You don't very, very short on the good news stories in the treatment space. So I think that's what's really been really great, is that whole community came together, and it was a real shot morale for everybody. I think a lot of pride in the outcome, and then but also internally it's a morale boost for your own staff.